So, you have a little bit of background noise. This is maybe overpowering on your loudspeaker. So welcome everybody to our call tonight. You have tonight the privilege to be together on the call with your speakers. Will be tonight Hashim Nastadim, Active World Team, all the way from Mitchell's Plain on his way to Global Expansion Team. So I know he has a lot of value to add when we talk about the toolbox tonight, and it will be myself. So what we basically have put together for you is a toolbox for success. What I would like to ask each one of you right now is to mute the line at the moment. So then everybody has peace to write down the notes you want to make, the questions you want to write down. There will be time afterwards to ask questions in between. And first of all, I want to say thank you to each one of you for the time tonight to be on the call. Okay, it doesn't work that I ask you to mute. I mute you quickly all. That we really have. Okay, mute. Ellie is there. Hi, Ellie. So fantastic. So perfect. I think now we should have really all the attention on our side. So fantastic. So we start our call now. So we will talk about the toolbox for your success. And what's going to happen is basically that you get some form of a shopping list tonight. So don't expect that we can go into detail with each one of the tools, but we will highlight each tool, what is important about it and why you should have it. So compare it with somebody who becomes a mechanic. He has certain tools to repair your car. Somebody who is a doctor, he has certain tools to treat you. Somebody who is doing whatever job, a painter, he has certain tools that he can paint your house. And the same is a Herbalife member. A Herbalife member is really a business, a rewarding business. So there's also tools in our business we want to use, and the more we use it, the better we actually can build our business and can become successful. So without any further ado, this is basically our toolbox, what we see here right now. So what you see is we build and have a toolbox basically for the coaches, because customer by customer, member by member, around the entire world, we want to change lives and we are driven by results. For those who don't know me on the call right now, I take the opportunity quickly to introduce myself, and then I hand over to Hashim to introduce himself. My name is Bea Corrie. I'm now 23 years with Herbalife. I got started actually with very little tools, because when I got started 23 years ago, we knew almost nothing. But basically, we went to training to learn more about the tools. And today we are in that fortunate position that we basically can put all the tools together for you in a box. I mean, literally in a box like you see it here right now. And you can basically use the tools. And the difference from us to you is it took us 6 years to qualify for the president team. You will see in the future people who are serious about using these tools. So I repeat it, people who are serious and using these tools and are clear about their goals, they will achieve their goals in much faster, shorter time when they really stick to a plan and focus on using these tools. So this is quite a very important call tonight. This is why I ask you really to take good notes. So, as I said earlier, it took 6 years to qualify for the president team. I started as a client. I only had in mind to have better health and feeling better, and ended up to be in the president team and being so excited to help people to really change their life for the better. And this is why I really enjoyed the time being with you on the call here tonight. But I want to hand over quickly to Hashim so he can introduce himself, and then we really start to jump into the toolbox. So over to you, Hashim.
Hi, good evening, everybody, and I want to thank everybody for being on the call. I want to thank Bea for allowing me to, be part of this training. And I've joined the business less than 2 years ago. Fortunately for me, Bia has all the experience. I came at a time when she had everything figured out and told me I should just follow A, B, C, and D. And that's the power of the toolbox. And I think that's what I love about what Bia's put together, is because it's just everything we've been doing all the time, all the years. It got filtered out somewhere along the line, and now Bia's put together a toolbox, A, B, C, really about customer by customer, member by member, around the entire world. So I'm excited for what's happening tonight. I'm excited for the journey, and I'm implementing everything like I'm a new member. So thank you, Bia.
Thank you. Thank you, Hashim, for being on the call tonight. And we jump now into the toolbox. And basically, it is like in a real toolbox. You open the toolbox and you see all the different tools. And we explain you basically how to use each tool. So I will show you the entire toolbox, everything we have in our business and we need in our business. But please go step by step with us to first, second, third. So don't just focus on writing. Listen very careful and take your little notes in between. But it's really very, very important to listen very careful. So these are basically all our tools and the skills we need to learn. So again, like when you take a painter, when he has the paint, it means not you automatically can paint the wall. There's certain technique how to paint the wall and how to cover certain paint which is underneath. And this is exactly what we need to understand in our business as well. So we have a tool and we still have to learn the skill for it. So very important, for example, is the tool having a wellness presentation. And the wellness presentation, I just want to show you the wellness presentation we are using. A very simple presentation. So you can have it even on one page like I have it here. You can have it on your phone. Me personally, I like to have it just printed in a folder. What I do now is, because my folder, I said to Hashim, it's so used up, I will just laminate now these 2 pages back and front. So I have the 2 pages with me all the time, and it cannot be wasted, because I mean, when you do 3, 4, 5 wellness presentation a day or go from shake party to shake party, then sooner or later it looks a little bit used. And therefore I decided now I eliminate it, because this is a tool I need forever. It's simple, it's easy, and we need to know to explain our customer and every human being out there the importance of the breakfast. Because each and every person, if you just target only the overweight people, but what do you do with people who need more energy? What do you do with people who need more muscle? So to target everybody, we focus basically on having a healthy breakfast, because this is everybody who wants to have more muscle. Everybody who wants to gain weight, they need to have a healthy breakfast. Everybody who needs to lose weight needs a healthy breakfast, and everybody who wants to be just more healthy and having more energy, they need to have a healthy breakfast. So this is the way from where we explain it basically, and this is the wellness presentation what you want to have. So if you don't have a wellness presentation right now, this is the one you want to have as quick as possible. Now, over the years or over time, you have the feeling you want to make your presentation differently. I have a quick, how can I say, a quick thought to that. In my beginning, in my early days, I wanted to make it more and more and more and more. So my presentation, who started with 2 pages, ended up with 50 pages. With the result that I got less customers instead of more. With the results, if I got a lot of customers, my members didn't get a lot of customers because it was too complicated. Till I learned simplicity. So if you find this presentation is very simple, welcome to the club. This is exactly the idea. Because if a brand new member can do that presentation, they can walk out of the room and can do that presentation with his next friend, can show his mom, hey, let me explain to you the importance of a breakfast, then we are on the right track. Because business, our business, when we really want to make a huge impact in the world, then it must be simple, that we are duplicatable, that our new members can do it immediately and explain it to other people as well. We are not salespeople where we have the perfect sales pitch just to get everybody to buy anything. We just need the people who are ready for us, and they need the presentation about the healthy breakfast. I think that makes sense. And therefore, you need to have on your shopping list right now, do I have a simple wellness presentation? Can I teach this wellness presentation to a brand new member? And if you have members already in your team, make sure that each of your members has a simple presentation and knows how to present a simple breakfast presentation, and obviously also how to invite to a presentation. So it's one thing to have the presentation book, but you want to, as quick as possible, invite your neighbor, your friend, hey, and even if you just ask, hey, be my practice partner, I need to learn my wellness presentation. There's nothing wrong. Everybody in each business, in each job, need to have a couple of practice before they really can get started. And this is why you can ask anybody to be please your practice partner, and you do the wellness presentation on them. If you don't know at all how to handle a wellness presentation, it's easy as that. You go to your sponsor, you go to your mentor. You have in this business a mentor, and ask him, please show me again. Please show me again, how does the wellness presentation work? Please show me again, how can I invite the first people to a wellness presentation, and do it together. And obviously you want to have then always a trial pack also to present. So can I hand over to you, Hashim, for the next tool?
Yes, thanks, Bia. So guys, the next tool is trial packs and sampling. And it's simple and as easy as it sounds. It's not as simple as easy. But let's say, for me, it's very important to always carry a trial pack around, because this is our business. So I would always recommend to my new members, if you can't afford a lot of trial packs, try and at least have 1 or 2 with you all the time. Because once you sell it, you get your money back, then you buy another 1 or 2. So that is the key thing. So put at least 200 Rand aside so you can buy 2 trial packs, and know for a fact, whenever you use it, you go back and buy another one. That is really, really important, because if you look at you never know when the opportunity strikes. Then the opportunity strikes, if you don't have a trial pack, then you must come back to that person, which takes a lot of your time, their time, and time you could have gotten somebody on the 6-day challenge the next day. Also sampling, I find that sampling is falling on my lap right now, because I remember at the beginning when Bia said I should always talk to the people, and I was like, I couldn't, and to be honest, the reality is I couldn't sample, because I was thinking, if I'm going to sample, then I'm going to run short with my shake at the end of the month. And that was a struggle for me, because I didn't want to run short until I changed my thinking. So even if I run out at the end of the month, the reality is the more I sample, so every time I sample, because people have this mindset. Today I said to somebody, and they said, I spoke to them about the 6-day challenge. They said, what must I eat? I said shakes. They said shakes. I'm like, wait, let me go fetch my bag. And I made her actually a shake. And she's like, wow, I can do this. Because people have their own concept about shakes and what it tastes like and what other people told them. But when you make them a sampling shake or just a sampling tea, I have a petrol attendant where I fill my car in town. He sampled my tea 3 times and he ordered his own tea. So I said, nope, we're going to start on a 6-day challenge. But that all came from him sampling my stuff. Every time he see me, he said, Herbalife guy, I want that tea. And then I sample him some tea. And eventually I said, but you need to buy your own stuff now. And that's the next step forward. So trial packs and sampling, guys, we all know about it, but we don't all practice it. And the more we practice it, like any other tool in the toolbox, the more you're going to use it, the more skillful you're going to become with the tool. So handing over to you, Bia, you can do the next one.
Fantastic. Thank you. So the next part is basically, now we have somebody on the trial pack. After the trial pack comes the upgrade process. So you must be clear on what are the 3 programs you want to suggest to somebody. Because when you come with the entire price list, it's almost you send somebody to Woolies. They don't know really what to choose. And what they do is they choose maybe by looking on the price, or they choose at looking at something which sounds interesting, but this is not really what a coach does. A coach says, hey, I thought about you, and looking at your results, I would suggest choose program A, B, or C. And this is where you basically have a page, I just jumped to that quickly, where you show them, let me load it, where you show them the opportunity of different programs. If these programs suits you, they are proven from our side the most valuable programs actually, where you can see program A, B, or C. You explain the different programs, then it's maybe the decision. Most of the people like to take rather the Big Brother vanilla, the big shake for the 30 meals. But also the upgrade process is something you want to learn basically and want to get used to it. So make sure that your sponsor, your upline, shows you how to make the upgrade process. So if you have never ever done an upgrade process before, you want to have this page, but at least once or twice that you know how to handle an upgrade when you have a customer on his day 3 or day 5, day 6, whenever you get with the customer together. What is also very important, and this is what you see here with the stories, but we come to that in a second just now, is that you always show stories before and after, but we come to that just in a moment now. And I think this is, Hashim, your part you want to talk about.
Yeah, so guys, as you can see, we have tools on the one side and we have skills on the other side. And I think that is really important. So what happens is, so it's what's vitally important for me is, like I said, on the one side you have stories and you have skills. So when I talk in the beginning, when I used to talk to people, I could talk to them, but I would easily lose them because there's nothing visual for them to see. If I tell them I know somebody that lost 30 kgs, they would like, everybody knows that somebody lost 30 kgs. But when I show them a pic, a before and after pic of different people, I show them a pic of myself. If I don't have a pic of myself, I show them a pic of somebody. But what I've realized was it's vitally important not just to have the pics on your phone. It's important to have it in a file. And like we discussed earlier, it's important for you to take a pic with a person. You're standing next to the person, the person that you're speaking to, they can actually see that, you know what, this person is just not sucking, it's not using other people's pics just so randomly. This is actual people that he knows. Normally when I speak to people, I will say, this is somebody in my team and they lost so much weight in so many days. And I show them the pics because a lot of people, they're visual people. When they see stuff, it becomes better. So it's very, very important to share stories about the product and about the business. And I found that when we share the pics, or the nice thing about the pics, when you share the pics, it's all people that we know, then you can share that one story. You can say that one, they came to the business because they just loved fitness and they started their own fit club. You share the people's background and the story, and you'll be surprised how that background, the story will capture the people, because that person that you're speaking to, they will think, hey, but that's me, or that's my sister, or that's my cousin, and they can relate people to that, and that is very powerful, Bea. So thank you.
Fantastic. So maybe one word more when we talk about the stories, it becomes very, very important also when you want to talk to people about the business. So I challenge you I challenge you now, use the opportunity when you are at meetings to write down the stories from the people you're listening to. Because you want to share their story. You also want to share their business story. If it is the tea lady who started because she needed 500 Rand extra and now she earned 60,000 Rand, moved out from Mitchell's Plain, living now in Durbanville, children out of the public school into private schools. All of these stories you want to have, but at the same time sharing the photo. So when you understand that people who are more and more successful, and we say it sometimes with a funny note to it, where we say, we are the best paid storytellers. It's not a joke. But it sounds a little bit funny because, I mean, getting paid for telling stories, but we're sharing true stories. And a true story comes always with a photo where you are on the photo. It's not somebody from the magazine. And a true story is when you write down the facts. So I really challenge you, stories which appeal to you that you write down because you need that story. Tomorrow you meet maybe a car salesperson and you need the story from Nissan Nickel, who was a car salesperson. Or you meet a tea lady and you need the story from Nestle. Or you meet a guy from the Navy and you have the story from Steve Hartman, for example. This is basically where stories plays an important role. So I urge you, when you go to the meeting, when you go to the BBS, and I know everybody is basically, the stories, I know the stories already. Do you know the stories really that you can share it with somebody? Why do we share the stories there? It's not just for the people in the meeting. It's also that you can take the stories out of the meeting to somebody you meet tomorrow. So it's becoming very, very important. So, and obviously,
You're muted.
You muted?
I see just now. How far did you hear me?
We never heard
Nothing.
anything for the Lord.
Didn't hear anything. Just saw your hand going.
I was talking about the stories, why the stories are so important. Did you hear that?
Yeah, we heard that. We heard that. We heard that.
And that we make a
Yeah.
photo with the people we are in the meeting.
Yeah, we heard all of that. But yeah,
Okay.
may I just add something? What I've discovered today with talking to people was that I need to challenge myself to write more stories down and have more pics, because what I discovered, I spoke to a few people today, and when I spoke about the 17-year-olds in our organization, and I spoke about the one 17-year-old who earned just over 1,000 rand, and the other 17-year-old that just earned over 3,000 rand, that kind of intrigued the people, that scholars at the age of 17 that's on school in matric kind of could make that. But what really intrigued them, and we shouldn't always just go for the big stories, because what I've noticed was that people were more intrigued with the 17-year-old that made 1,000 rand than the 17-year-old that made more than 3,500 rand, because they were thinking, if I can make just an extra 1,000 rand, then I'm good. So what I'm trying to say is don't overlook. Just don't focus on the big stories, because the big stories might just scare somebody away. If you get what I'm saying.
Fantastic, fantastic. And there was Alistair just raising the hand. Alistair, a question, or was it because you couldn't hear me?
I found that the story of the Coke, the guy who could use his cousin that actually used the shake with his Coke, that interests him the most. And another thing is, when after sampling the vanilla, actually I said, hold on, just let me show you what I'm drinking, and I made the chocolate, and everybody was blown away. So after the vanilla, I suggest you take out your product and just give him a small little of that. That changed the whole outset of it.
So going back to the sampling as well. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Alistair. Thank you, Alistair.
Thank you, Asif. Thank you, Asif.
Fantastic. So Hashim, shake party is your part. Come on.
So basically, I don't know, like shake parties are the most easiest way to get people together. And why I personally love shake parties is because firstly, I like to have fun. Secondly, it can be very informative, and we use the same wellness presentation that we use the very same one. Why? I think most people underestimate that 4 slides. It's 4 slides, but it's very informative, to the point, not giving it too much. Very, very informative, to the point, not giving it too much. Does that make sense? So what happens is, with the shake parties, I love having shake parties. I love doing shake parties. So for me, it's very important how we invite to the shake party and what we present. I don't personally like. Me personally, it's all about duplication, keeping it simple, keeping it real. So I don't do any snacks. I don't do any decorations. Why? Because it must be duplicatable. Why it must be duplicatable? If we in the business a few months, we can afford all the empty canisters, or we can afford the display and all of those things. But your brand new member, when you have a shake party like that, your brand new member looks at the shake party, then they think, I don't have all of this stuff. So every time I'm going to throw a shake party, I need my mentor with me. And the idea is, once you throw one shake party for your member, they must be able to do it on their own. That's why we're keeping it as simple as possible. Simple as possible. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you guys don't understand the shake parties yet, just speak to your mentor. Your mentor will assist you with that one. But please put it on your bucket list. Pia, you the next one?
Fantastic. So the next one definitely is follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, and results. We want to have results. We want to have people falling in love with our shake. If it is your brand new member, if it is your brand new customer on the trial pack, if it is your customer who has upgraded, we continue to the follow up. So please learn the follow up. There's crucial days. There's the day 1, the day 3, the day 5, the upgrade day, basically on day 5 latest. There's the day 7, 14, 21, and actually forever. You want to build a relationship with your customer. So follow-up is at the same time a synonym for really building a relationship for your customer, building that and building that up, that they really understand the product. We are not in a sales business as such. We are more in an education business where we educate people about a healthy, active lifestyle. And this is part of the follow-up. So that building of the relationship comes together with giving them tips about eating healthy, giving them tips about exercise, whatever it is. And some of you work with the 6-day challenge and with certain slides. Some of you work with the 21-day challenge. That's all part of it. But if you're not a WhatsApp fan and you rather call your people or SMS your people, that's also fine. You just need to find a form of follow-up. And again, the best form is basically talk there to your sponsor, to your mentor, and start to copy that system first, till you feel comfortable about the follow-up, but understand the value of the follow-up. There's pennies in a sale, but a fortune in the follow-up when we create the results. We need to understand every result what we create, that customer who is excited and loves Herbalife and loves you with all your service. This basically actually leads to more leads, leads to referrals and all of that. So basically, with the follow-up comes the result, and with the results comes the referrals. This is actually when you write down now your list of tools, there is also where you need to make the note of referrals, basically become a master. So this put on the skill side, become a master of the follow-up, become a master of getting referrals and asking for referrals at the same time. Over to you, Hashim.
Okay, so I was going to jump right over to new member orientation, but let's stick to the marketing plan. So I think it's very, very vital, important for a brand new member, not just the old members. A lot of the times when we come in the business, we think it's important for us to know only about the products and stuff like that. But for me, it's very important, it's very key for a brand new member to understand the marketing plan, because once they understand the marketing plan, they see the opportunity to give more people the opportunity for the business. So that for me is vitally important. So guys, most of the time I realize a lot of us take the marketing plan for granted because we think, it's fine, we're not there yet. When you sign up, you should be there. This toolbox is put together for a reason. So when you go through this toolbox, you will tick the list of things that you're currently doing and the list of things that the skills that you need to get to able to use the tools. Very, very important. So marketing plan, I don't think I'm still going to must still go into the marketing plan, must explain the different levels of the marketing plan. But I think it's just very important for everybody to understand that this is one of the power tools. This is one of my power tools that I use in my business. Because once I show the people the different streams of income and how they can earn that 3 to 5,000 in different ways, accumulating to one, then they understand the power of this business. And once people understand the power of the business, you get a better buy-in. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about the marketing plan, Bia.
Fantastic. What I basically, when I got started, they taught us you must be able to draw the marketing plan on a serviette in a restaurant. So meaning you meet somebody on the table and he asks you, what are you doing? You say, I'm excited to have a life coach. I love changing people's lives. And they ask you, but how do you earn your money? So that you're able to take a piece of paper and just say, let me explain you how we earn our different incomes. And you are able to explain to them our retail profit. How do we make the first retail profit? How do we make the wholesale? And how do we earn the royalties? When you're able to do that, so you do it a couple of times, draw it over and over again, explain it, ask you if you're not confident about that, ask your mentor to do it with you, and then vice versa, you explain it then to your mentor. And you do that so long in ping pong, or you take a friend, can I explain you how we earn our incomes, till you feel confident with it. It's so easy. The interesting part is the moment it clicks with you, you actually understand your business. And you get a little bit impatient because you just want to get out there and want to explain it to everybody. So this is why the dangerous part with adults, funny enough, children are willing to learn. When we come to an adult age, we come all of a sudden to a level, I don't understand that, and we just put it in the corner. So I really urge you, I take that sense of urgency what Hashim has in his picture, I really urge you that you learn the marketing plan, that you know how to draw it and what to do with it. Hashim, you want to say a word to the HRM and BBS?
No, leave that one to you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll take that one. I'm just taking a much pulling away, so I'll take that one. Guys, I think that's vitally important. We underutilize the HRM and the BBS. That is, I keep on saying it. We talk about it all the time. And you know what? And the reason why we underutilize is because I'll tell you guys now. The success. Let me put it to you this way. Let me put it so a way that everybody can understand. Everybody say we're not in it for the money, but in reality we need the money. Let's be honest with it. You know, the success of getting to your next level on the marketing plan, the success of having a bigger income, depends on how much people you have at the meeting. I've changed my entire strategy. Normally I only spoke to people about the 6th day, and once I go on the 6th day, I invite them. Brand new people, I approach them, I tell them, look here, boom, 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 meeting. I invite them to the meeting, I have 5 people, I have 4 people going to tomorrow night's meeting in Lansdowne with me. I have 5 people going to the Thursday morning meeting. So what I do is I schedule every meeting for myself. I have a target for myself. I want to have 10 people there. But even if I don't get 10 and I get 5, it's 5 more than what I was supposed to have. So I set a new target for myself. Not only do I speak to people about the products and to get on the products, I speak to people about the business, inviting them to the meeting. And the thing is, what I don't do is I don't talk to them about the business. And I have a fairly good understanding about the business, but I don't talk to them about the business. The only thing I tell them, meeting, this is what can happen, this is the possibilities. That's it. I just say, how would you like to earn between 3,000 to 5,000 in a month? And if they say, what must I do? And I say, you only have to attend one meeting, and then I'll find out which meeting best suits them, and that's it. That's what I do. So yeah. Anything else, Bia?
Brilliant. So it's always the next meeting, basically. So you want to learn the skills of promoting a meeting. You want to learn the skills of inviting somebody to a meeting. So there may be a little disclaimer or a little warning. We get on our groups and on Facebook all these little nice flyers about the HOM. That's not promoting a meeting. You want to use your own words. You want to learn how to invite somebody appropriate to come to your business meeting. I like to use it basically and say to them, we have an information evening about Herbalife, and I would like to invite you so that you can make an informed decision before you should learn all about the company, all the different opportunities, what we have, and then you can make an informed decision. And there's a different invitation for the customer, and there's a different invitation for the person who is interested in the business. So you want to learn these different invitations. It's probably 2-3 different sentences which suit you and your language, the way you are talking, but you want to use something which is appropriate. And this is what you put together. Best put it together with your mentor and sponsor and ask him, so that you basically get from there the inspiration and you use it in the beginning till you warm up. The more people you invite, and there's nothing wrong or right, yeah? It's basically coming with the more you invite, you get more confident. And the more people you invite, you start to share more often your stories at the meeting, your own story. becomes important. And the more often you attend the meeting, you want to become even a presenter at the meeting. I know you are scared to death when you hear that now. At least out of 199 are scared. Hashim would be excited to be the presenter. But you understand, sooner or later, we need you as a presenter even there. So you grow into the roles. It doesn't happen automatically in the beginning. But you become more and more natural in all of these skills because you do it over and over again. And you become not a visitor of the HOM or of the BBS. You become all of a sudden the HOM. You become the BBS. You are it. Yeah. As we say, you are a Herbalife. You are Herbalife. Yeah. In the beginning, always somebody says, I do Herbalife. The more you do it, the more you are Herbalife. You become Herbalife. And this is the difference when you have more and more use the tools and more the skills actually that you have it in you. This is basically what people feel then. So you must give yourself really the patience also and the opportunity to learn the skills and use the skills. Over to you, Hashim. Tell, show, try.
Yeah, before you go on, there's 3 things I want to say. I want to challenge everybody not to go to a meeting, but to be part of the meeting. Not to go to the meeting, but be part. You will see the difference. There's a big difference in the two. And the other thing about these tools, and if you look at the tools, some of you might think, this is not for me. If you guys see me on stage, I'm like a natural on stage, but there's a few people on this school that knows not too long ago I was not a natural. I was nervous going up, not just nervous. You could see my legs shaking. You could see the nerves. But the only reason why I became a natural on the stage because every time I forced myself to go and I increased my skill. So that's very, 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 very important. The third thing I want to say is, and that's very short, if you look at the baby, imagine every time when the baby started to walk, every time the baby got up the 5th or the 10th time and it fell, and the baby decided, I can't walk, and the baby gave up. The baby would never have been able to walk. So the moral of that story is simple. Sometimes you're gonna say something and you tell yourself, I should not have said that. The good thing about that is that teaches you not to say that again, say something else. And you will say, the more you say, the more you talk, the more you invite, you will see after a while, you will know what works for you. What is your niche? What is the things that you need to use? And that's all I wanted to say. So Bia, the next one is you.
Okay.
Or is it me?
Tell, show, try, do is very simple. It all actually focus on duplication. So, and it requires the skill of education your client and your member. So tell somebody what to do is the first part, but it must be followed by show somebody. In a simple way, we have it with the shake party or when we do a wellness presentation. We tell them how to mix a shake. We tell them how to mix the tea, but basically we show them also how to do it. Then we let them try, and then they do it more and more naturally by themselves. So with everything you do, this is what we said also in the beginning with the wellness presentation, your story, your follow-up, everything you do should be simple, and you should be able to tell somebody, teach somebody, show, try, and do it. So it always goes back, everything what we do, to have it in a simple way. But understand, you can't just tell somebody what to do and go away. This is why we say the whole time now, if you don't know right now, ask your sponsor. Because at the moment, we are on the telling part this evening. But the showing part, basically, if you never ever had the showing part, if you feel, hey, my sponsor never really showed me, there's nothing wrong going back to your sponsor. Either you don't know anymore, or you just haven't, basically soaked up everything, and you just need it again, see it again, to feel more confident. There's nothing wrong with that. But then the next step must be also that you try it, that you do it. Yeah. So you can't jump just from tell, show, do. You need to try it over and over again till you feel more confident, and then start the same process with one of your clients and one of your members. So it's always the same process of tell, show, try, do. Very important, especially for those who have already members also in your team. We don't stop by telling. We show, we try, and we do it again and again and again. And then we come to the promotion, Hashim.
So I think what most people don't realize the importance of the promotions. And the thing with the promotions is, I remember it was some time back, I sat with Bia, I said, Bia, we need more promotions in the team. Because, guys, you must remember one thing. We must, and I want us to go for all the promotions, but I want us to qualify for everything. If we look at how people qualify for the NutriBullet, they're nothing. But we must become in a culture. We don't even know what the promotion is about, but we must qualify for it. We must start. Once we start adapting that culture, it grows into our entire team, and everybody qualifies. If they say promotion, you shouldn't even know what the promotion is for. It shouldn't even be about what it's for. There's a promotion. I must qualify. And once you qualify for whatever promotion there is, that is the kind of momentum you're pushing into your team, and that's the culture that you develop in your team. But also, having said that, know how to promote. Know how you're going to get the promotion. Know what is the qualifications for the promotions, and very importantly, echo it down to your teams. Use the promotions to motivate your team. We have promotions. We have the 500 club. We have the 1000 club. And the beautiful thing is, it doesn't stop after 3 months. The promotions run and it run and it run. So there's always something for somebody if they go for it. But what most people don't understand about the promotion, yes, it's nice getting the gifts, but the idea behind the promotion is actually to build a business under you. It's actually to build a successful organization under you. If you look at how the promotions is set up, because if you look at the month one, you must have 1,000 PPV and one first line doing 500. So which means you're already building a team. Second month, 1,000 PPV and 2 members in your first line doing 500. So if you look at it, it's all designed to create a working organization under you. If you look at the 500 club, it's 500 PPV. So it just shows everybody first to make the 500. Then it shows you how to get a team. So every promotion actually helps you each step of your journey. And when you realize that you have a lot of gifts, a lot of prizes that you've won, but the main prize you won is an organization with the right architecture. I think if you want to add anything, Bia?
Yeah, just understand that actually each promotion is built to build your business. So even if you don't understand the marketing plan and you go for the promotions, you will see your business is growing. So if it is a company promotion, or especially the Club 500 and Club 1000, if you just go for these simple monthly steps, I would print it, I would have it in front of me, and I would get any member you have in your team in front of it to understand it, that they go for the next month and the next month. It can give you the monthly target. Some people struggle so much to find a goal because till they get the confidence that they know that they can achieve anything. This might be the goal to go for till they really get more and more confidence in their business, and this is the way they build automatically the business. So go into the events calendar. You just should know every meeting in your region. You should know that there is the event calendar even region in the entire country. So you know now we have a Facebook page. If you are not on that Facebook page for the whole South Africa, we have even a WhatsApp group for our team specifically for everybody who is not so familiar with the Facebook page. If you need events from other countries, there's always ways to find out the meetings from other countries. But it's really important for you, thinking now regional, that you have all the HRMs, all the BBSs already in your diary. You just need to find out from the regional leaders, where is the BBS, when is it, the entire year can be already laid out to you and you can have it in your diary. The LDWs, there's 2 LDWs this year. There's an extravaganza in Paris, there's an extravaganza for South Africa. You should have it in your diary already, that you can plan with your family, plan with your holidays, whatever you have planned this year. But this is something you want to build into your diary, that you cannot miss out on these events. Building the business, actually you need to understand, every successful business in Herbalife is built on taking your team to these events. And the more people you take to the events, that actually gives each one who attends the event the confidence. Each one of you who is at the calls right now, I know most of you were at 1 or 2 or 3 big events already. And each big event has built your confidence. So it's very important for all of us now to understand the importance of the Leadership Development Weekend, which is coming up now in March. So everybody who is qualified, get your ticket, get yourself there. But also there's still time to help certain team members in your teams to get to the LDW. The bigger your team is you have at the LDW, the bigger is the impact you make in the future. Why? Because these people you have at the LDW, these people you have at the bigger events, they are more confident because they understand the bigger picture, what we are in for. And this is what you don't want to miss out for anybody in your team. And for a brand new member, for a brand new person, for a client, that big event is probably the next BBS. So this is why you're all the time, next event, next event, next event. This is really part of your business. Make that part of your business if you want to build business. If you are at the moment on the call and Herbalife is for you just a hobby, then I understand that you don't want to attend every event. But if you're here on the call and you have serious goals that you want to change your life and want to make something different and you want to earn a serious event, then you need to understand part of our business is attending the events. Then I just take the next one quickly, Hashim, because I know you want to have been the next one. So the invoice book, let me say quickly a note to that. We all have a business with Herbalife. We all have a retail profit. And we all make an invoice when we sell a product to a customer. It's just business. Every business, when you go to a Woolies and you make your grocery shopping, or you go to the shoemaker and he makes your shoes, everywhere you get a little receipt for the money you have paid. And the same is what a Herbalife member is doing. And this, if you are serious in business, you can't miss out in having not an invoice book. If you make it fully on computer or if you make it writing by hand, doesn't matter, but also very important is you calculate your profit. It's like cashing up every single evening. You want to know how much money have you made. And you want to use your profit to build your business. Very important. So a little bit of management skills, money management skills you want to learn along the way. So make there also a note, very, very important. You will not learn everything at the same time, but there are certain things you should apply immediately because you make now profit, an extra profit you didn't have before. Use that money to build your business, meaning that profit what you make should be invested in you first. And that means not new shoes. Sorry to say that. I love shoes. Yeah. That means, for example, for the Leadership Development Weekend ticket, that means into personal development, because the harder you work on yourself, the faster you will earn more money for more shoes. Simple as that. Okay, over to you, Hashim. Your favorite.
So okay, guys. So what's very, really important is for me to mention to you guys is if you look at all these tools in this toolbox, you should not go out with one of them. Let me urge you guys. When I remember when I started and I looked at the toolbox, I looked at all the tools and I told myself, I don't need that, I don't need this. But in reality, we need all the toolbox. But this thing is next level. So every toolbox have what you call a few power tools. This is a power tool. When in January, when Sean announced this, I didn't pay much attention to it at the BBS because it didn't speak to me until me and Bia sat down with it. And then I looked at this thing and I saw the possibility. It got me excited to a point where, so I can't even contain my excitement. This thing is so vital for me because I'll share a story with you guys why this thing is a power tool. So my sister, some of you might have read the story about my sister. My sister, she's an introvert times 500. She can't speak to people. She doesn't know how to speak to people. That's just the type of person that she is. And I looked at her contact list, and she had 45 people on her contact list. I don't think any of you has less than 100 people on your contact list. But when I showed her this thing and I took her through this thing, it got her excited. She was never really excited about our business because she's nothing like me. She's not outspoken like me. She doesn't have my energy. She's just in the house all the time. But when I took her through this thing, when I showed her this, she became excited, so excited that she could see that she's going to make an income for herself. And let me tell you one thing, she have already people coming, she have already members ready to sign up. But we know the rule, you can't get a membership until you've gone to a meeting. She's already booked a shake party at her work. She's already having customers that's coming to see her just by using this new member orientation. So for me, I told Bea today, what's very exciting for me is to sit with her and see how she progresses on this journey with this. Because if she can make it, I promise you, I've never seen anybody with a contact list with 45 people in it. Never. That was a shock to me. And if she can make this thing work, when she makes this thing work, it's going to blow everybody's mind. Because she will be the one showing anybody that anybody and everybody can do this. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to talk to people. Every single member I've sat with this thing. By the time we finished with this, they spoke to 30 people about our amazing company and our amazing products and about the business opportunity. When we're done with this, they spoke to 30 people already. So, I mean, like, this thing is next level. You should not have put me on this slide because this slide excites me. So, yeah. I'm not gonna and oh yeah, before we go on, this is two sections. This one, the new member orientation on the first page, and the marketing plans on the second page. And what I love about it is when I turned it around and when I showed her how the marketing plan works, step by step how it works, and then she's like wanting to ask a lot of questions. Then she's like, oh, so if the more people I get and the more people I put, and she immediately could understand the marketing plan. She immediately knew that she needed to get her members from 25 to 50%. She immediately knew she needed more members in first line. She immediately knew that she always need to keep the total volume always full. And moving people over to get the wholesale, to get people over to royalty income. She immediately understood how the system works. And the important thing is once your new member from the first day understand, and guys, I stress a lot, once your new member on the first day understands what the marketing plan really is, and if you break it down for them, then they will see for themselves who needs an income, who needs this, who needs that, and they will funnel the people to the system. So don't take the marketing plan for granted. I used to take it for granted a lot because I would not sit with it all the time. Now my practice is on day one. We're going through it. Because they need to understand, and the more they understand, the more they see the opportunity to grow. So yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. So without any further ado, from there we go to the house plan. And this is basically the last tool which you need, which takes you to the level of tracking your business. There's no business without tracking. If you fail to track, you fail in your business, definitely. And this house plan will be explained from you to you, from your mentor, from your sponsor. We can't do it tonight. But this house plan is so simple because it includes all the different levels. When you use this house plan from the very early days, month by month by month, it will continue in your business till you're in the president team level. And then you don't want to miss it anymore. This is in a very simple way, broken down all the different parts we need in our business, and you can focus and monitor through that basically what is needed in your business. And with that, sitting down with your sponsor, with your mentor on a regular basis, helps your mentor to understand which skills you still need. So you don't need to think, oh my goodness, what is it, what I'm missing here? Each one of us, on each level we miss still certain things in our business. That's completely normal. The beauty in Herbalife is you don't need to hide with that. The moment you find basically what is missing, what is the missing link, we can fix it. It's almost like in a house, there's a pipe leaking, you see there's a wet wall. You just need to find where's the leak and fix it. And this is basically where your mentor helps you all the time, but only can help you when you do the house plan. So you basically write in all this, what is required there, and this makes it basically very, very simple. Anything from you to add on, Hashim?
No, and also the thing is this: what I love about that house is it makes it easier for the mentor and for yourself to track which skills you need to learn and start implementing. I just want to say we can't go without any of these tools. None of it. None.
No. We discussed it through and we went through everything, but it's pretty simple and pretty down to basics. There's probably one tool missing right now, which was on the list as well. Maybe you have seen it, maybe not, which is our 4K plan. And I know, Hashim, you love it a lot. Do you want to say a word to it?
No, it's fine. I give this one to you.
Okay. So 4K is basically building a team of coaches. Now, you can do it in a very long period, or you can do it within 1 to 2 months. It's accumulating basically the 4,000 volume points, which are required to be a supervisor. And please, if you're a supervisor already, don't switch off now. This is exactly what you want to do also on a supervisor level. And this is basically building a team of coaches where, first of all coaches are loving the product. Second of all coaches are aiming for 5 to 7 new clients every month. And some of the coaches understand the importance to introduce others to our income opportunity. I don't say that everybody of your members in your team will introduce others to our business opportunity, but some will. And this is what you want to build, that you build basically as quick as possible a team of 10, 15 members where maybe you introduce the first 3 ones, but they introduce other ones. And understand, to find 3 members, you might invite 10, 20 or 30 people to the meeting. There's nothing wrong. It will become better over time because your invitation becomes stronger. And then obviously you will have also more people at the Leadership Development Weekend. I just put in here the flyer, and you know already about the Leadership Development Weekend. If not, please talk to your sponsor, to your mentor. You want to do anything possible to be there, and there's still time to qualify. If you're on the call tonight and you're qualified, congratulations. You can't wish for anything better for now happening in the recent time. But if you're qualified and you have not your ticket yet, you make sure you get your ticket best tonight, because you want to be successful in business. And I want to close the call now. It took us a little bit longer than I thought, but I think it was worth it. And I just want really that you look at the toolbox again. And those who send me a message, I don't mind to share the toolbox with you. Just send me a personal message, so I will send you basically the presentation so you can go through it over and over again. But I urge you really get your toolbox together. And in finishing off just with 2 quotes I found today, which I think is really worth it to share with you because it makes a lot of sense. If you give people tools and they use their natural abilities and their curiosity, they will develop things in ways that will surprise you very much beyond what you might have expected. That comes from Bill Gates. I think I must not explain to you who Bill Gates is, one of the richest men on earth. So understand, tools are important. You have the natural abilities to use it. Be curious to learn it and develop it, live it. And the other quote from Aristotle, who said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. You become perfect. You become excellence. You become the best coach ever by doing it over and over and over again. The painter becomes the best painter because he paints every single day and understands better and better and better the techniques. And so the Herbalife member is doing a presentation over presentation, sharing his story over and over again, and using the tools over and over again. So don't stress about developing new tools. Rather use the tools we have over and over again till you become really more and more confident and excellent. And I believe you have really the habits in you. So I just want to say thank you for being on the call tonight. Ellie, you have a question. Are there any questions right now? Please unmute yourself. And if you have questions, we are open to take questions.
I don't have actually a question. I want to say Ashim is 100% right. You know, I worked 12 hours, and when I came out of night shift, my wife said, come with me to the show in the Waterfront. If it wasn't for that show at Waterfront, I would have never been on Herbalife. So that show made a very, very big impact in my life.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Any questions? Everybody looks so happy about the tools you have now.
Here?
Yeah. Alyssa, you wanted to say? Alyssa, going once? I think now he's gone. Alyssa? Okay. So I think it's, already past 9 o'clock. If you have questions, please post it on the group. There's nothing wrong to post your questions on the group. I think it's important for everybody. There's something in the chat. Thank you for a great training, concise and clear. Thank you very much from Liesl. So just be on top of your game now, just getting your tools together. Look at your own toolbox. What is missing as quick as possible? And then let's get out and let's share more lives. Hashim, to you a big thank you for being with me on the call tonight. It was such a pleasure again to work together with you. And to everybody on the call tonight, thank you very much for being on the call, showing really being interested in becoming the best coach ever. And I know you're going to be. So thank you. Good night, everybody. And have an awesome, awesome, awesome week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.